Have you ever found yourself questioning someone's true character? In a world where appearances can be deceiving, it's easy to fall for charm, charisma, or even simple politeness. But deep down we all wonder, who is genuine and who is merely putting on an act? Society teaches us to trust first impressions, but relying on surface-level traits can be misleading. Some people are naturally charming, skilled at saying the right things at the right time. Others may appear distant or unapproachable, yet possess a deeply honest and kind nature. The truth is, human behavior is complex, and true character reveals itself not in words, but in actions. As someone who has spent decades studying human behavior and psychology, I can tell you that understanding a person's true nature is simpler than you might think. You don't need a psychology degree or years of experience in behavioral analysis. All you need is a keen eye and the ability to focus on two key aspects of a person's behavior. These two factors alone can reveal a wealth of information about their character. Today, we'll dive deep into these two crucial indicators, analyzing real-life examples, psychological insights, and personal experiences. By the end of this video, you'll have a powerful new perspective on evaluating character, not just in others, but in yourself as well. Because the more you understand people, the better you can protect yourself from deception, build meaningful connections, and create a life surrounded by authenticity. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could transform the way you navigate relationships, both personal and professional. Part 1, how a person treats those who can't return the favor, a deep exploration of character and integrity. One of the most revealing aspects of a person's character is how they treat those who have no power to reciprocate their kindness. This includes service workers, janitors, security guards, strangers in need, and even animals. In a world where transactional relationships often dominate, true kindness shines brightest when it is given freely without expectation of return. This principle is not just a moral or ethical guideline, it is a mirror that reflects our core values, upbringing, and emotional intelligence. How we behave in everyday interactions with those who cannot directly benefit us speaks volumes about who we truly are. This essay explores this idea through psychological studies, real-life examples, and practical applications, ultimately revealing why such behavior is a defining factor of integrity and humanity. The psychology behind altruism and kindness 1. Understanding the empathy deficit. Studies in social psychology suggest that power and privilege can sometimes lead to an empathy deficit. Dr. Daka Keltner, a psychology professor at UC Berkeley, found that individuals in positions of authority often become less sensitive to the emotions and needs of those in lower social positions. This phenomenon occurs because power can create a psychological distance from the struggles of others. However, those who maintain kindness despite their social standing display emotional intelligence and moral integrity. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is a trait that can either be nurtured or eroded depending on our values and experiences. 2. The role of upbringing and environment. Our upbringing plays a crucial role in shaping how we treat others. Children who grow up in environments where kindness is emphasized and where they see their parents treat service workers, helpers, and strangers with respect are more likely to develop the same habits. Conversely, those raised in highly competitive transactional environments may struggle to show kindness without expecting something in return. They may view interactions in terms of status and power rather than mutual respect and humanity. 3. The science of small gestures. Neuroscientific studies show that acts of kindness activate the brain's reward centers, releasing oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This reinforces positive behavior and makes us feel happier. This means that small gestures, such as smiling at a cashier, saying thank you, or acknowledging a janitor, are not just socially significant but also beneficial for our own well-being. Real-life examples of character in action. 1. The businessman and the hospital staff. I once had a patient, an elderly gentleman who had spent his life as a successful businessman. Despite his wealth and high status, he greeted hospital staff warmly, remembered their names, and always expressed gratitude for their help. His kindness was genuine, and his respect for others was evident in every interaction. In contrast, I have also encountered individuals who treated hospital staff dismissively, as though they were invisible. They did not acknowledge the effort and care provided by nurses, janitors, or receptionists. The difference? The former saw others as humans regardless of their job, while the latter viewed them as service providers. 2. The celebrity who never forgot his roots. Keanu Reeves is a well-known example of a celebrity who treats everyone with kindness. There are countless stories of giving up his seat for strangers, waiting in line like any other person, and donating large portions of his earnings to charity without seeking recognition. His behaviour stands in stark contrast to some other high-profile individuals who demand special treatment. Reeves' humility and kindness, despite his fame, make him an exemplary case of someone who treats others with respect regardless of their ability to reciprocate. 3. The everyday heroes. Beyond famous figures, there are countless unsung heroes in our daily lives who practice kindness selflessly. A restaurant owner who provides meals for the homeless, a passerby who helps an elderly person carry groceries, a teacher who spends extra time mentoring a struggling student without expecting anything in return. These acts may seem small, but they create a ripple effect of kindness that extends far beyond their immediate impact. How to cultivate a habit of genuine kindness. 1 practical ways to show respect and kindness. Acknowledge service workers, make eye contact, say thank you, and treat them with the same respect you would a CEO. Listen actively. When someone speaks to you, give them your full attention regardless of their status. Offer help without expectation. Whether it's holding the door open or giving directions, acts of kindness should be done freely. Be patient and understanding, especially in situations where people are serving you, like in restaurants or customer service. Express gratitude regularly. A simple thank you can go a long way in making someone feel valued. 2. Teaching kindness to the next generation. Children learn by example. Parents and educators can instill values of kindness by modeling respectful behavior, encouraging gratitude, teaching empathy through storytelling and discussions. The long-term impact of kindness. Kindness has a cumulative effect on both the giver and the receiver. Those who make a habit of treating others well find themselves experiencing deeper relationships, greater emotional resilience, and a more positive outlook on life. At the heart of this discussion lies a simple truth. The way someone treats those who can do nothing for them is one of the most accurate indicators of their true character. In a world where status and wealth often dictate how people behave, the rare individuals who extend kindness without expecting anything in return stand out as beacons of integrity. They remind us that at the end of the day, it is not our achievements, wealth, or power that define us, but the impact we have on the lives of others. By making a conscious effort to treat everyone with respect and kindness, regardless of their ability to return the favour, we not only uplift others, but also enrich our own lives in ways that transcend material success. Part 2. The psychological value of keeping promises. Integrity is not just about grand statements, it's about follow-through. A person's reliability can be measured by how well they keep their word, whether it's a small promise like showing up on time, or a significant commitment like supporting a loved one in need. The act of keeping promises plays a crucial role in both personal and professional relationships, shaping perceptions of trustworthiness, emotional intelligence, and overall character. This article explores the psychology behind keeping promises, the impact of broken commitments, and ways to cultivate a strong sense of integrity in daily life. Psychologists like Albert Bandura emphasize that consistency in actions builds trust. When someone keeps their word, even when it's inconvenient, they signal dependability and respect. Conversely, those who habitually break promises often struggle with accountability, self-discipline, or even empathy. Trust, once established, allows for deeper and more meaningful relationships. People who consistently uphold their commitments create an environment where others feel safe, valued, and secure. On the other hand, those who frequently break promises create uncertainty, leading to stress and anxiety in relationships. When a person fails to keep a promise, they may experience cognitive dissonance, the psychological discomfort caused by conflicting beliefs and actions. For example, Someone who sees themselves as a responsible individual may feel guilty after breaking a promise. However, to reduce this discomfort, they might rationalize their behavior, make excuses, or shift blame onto external factors. Over time, habitual promise breaking can lead to a distorted self-perception where the individual no longer acknowledges their lack of reliability. This cognitive dissonance can erode personal integrity and damage relationships, making it difficult to rebuild trust once lost. A former colleague of mine used to promise help but rarely followed through. At first, people excused it as forgetfulness. Over time, however, his lack of reliability eroded trust. Despite his professional skills, his career suffered because no one could count on him. It wasn't just about being late or missing deadlines, it was a deeper issue of integrity. One instance particularly stood out. He had promised to deliver a critical report for a team project. When the deadline came, he had not even started. His excuse was that he had been overwhelmed with other tasks, but he had never communicated his struggles in advance. This failure not only jeopardized the project, but also led to resentment among colleagues who had to pick up his slack. Eventually, he was overlooked for leadership positions because no one trusted him to handle responsibilities. In professional settings, in the workplace, reliability is a key determinant of career success. Employees who consistently meet deadlines, honor commitments, and take responsibility for their work are often seen as valuable assets. Conversely, those who fail to keep promises may develop a reputation for being untrustworthy, which can limit career growth opportunities. A study by Harvard Business Review found that trustworthiness is one of the top qualities employers look for in leaders. Managers who keep their word foster a positive work environment where employees feel secure, motivated, and engaged. Strategies to strengthen integrity and reliability. 1. Be mindful of commitments. Before making a promise, consider whether you can realistically fulfill it. Avoid overcommitting just to please others. It is better to underpromise and overdeliver than to make empty assurances. 2. Follow through with actions. Actions speak louder than words. Demonstrate reliability by consistently doing what you say you will do. Even small commitments like calling a friend at a promised time reinforce integrity. 3. Communicate transparently. If circumstances change and you are unable to fulfill a promise, communicate as soon as possible. Apologize sincerely and, if possible, offer an alternative solution. 4. Hold yourself accountable. Develop self-discipline by setting reminders, using planners, and prioritizing commitments. Accountability partners, such as mentors or trusted friends, can also help reinforce this habit. 5. Reflect and improve. Regularly assess your reliability. Identify patterns where you may have fallen short and take proactive steps to improve. The ability to keep promises, especially when it's difficult, reveals a person's true reliability and integrity. Trust is hard to earn but easy to lose. By consciously upholding commitments, individuals can cultivate stronger relationships, advance in their careers, and enhance their self-respect. Reliability is not just a professional asset, it is a fundamental aspect of character. By honoring our word, we not only build trust with others, but also strengthen our own sense of integrity and self-worth. A promise kept is a reflection of one's values, and the effort to uphold it speaks volumes about one's true character. Understanding these two key behaviors can be life-changing. They help us surround ourselves with genuine people and, just as importantly, become more mindful of our own actions. When we start paying closer attention to how people behave, rather than just listening to their words, we gain a deeper understanding of human nature. This awareness enables us to build stronger, more meaningful relationships while also refining our own character. In our daily lives, we encounter countless interactions, some fleeting, others more substantial. Each interaction provides an opportunity to apply these insights. By becoming more observant and mindful, we develop a clearer picture of the people around us and, in turn, learn to navigate relationships with greater wisdom and discernment. Applying these insights in social interactions. 1. Observing behavior over words. When meeting someone new, it's natural to focus on what they say. Words can be charming, persuasive, and sometimes even deceptive. However, actions reveal a person's true character. Instead of being swayed by eloquent speech or impressive self-presentation, Take time to watch how they behave over time. Do they follow through on their commitments? Are they kind to people who cannot offer them anything in return? Do they treat strangers, service workers, or colleagues with respect and decency? A simple but effective habit is to pause and observe before forming a strong opinion about someone. This doesn't mean being overly skeptical or distrusting, but rather practicing patience before making judgments. Over time, consistent actions will paint a clearer picture than words ever could. 2. Being mindful of our own actions. While we strive to evaluate others fairly, it is equally important to turn the lens inward. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth. Ask yourself, do my actions align with my words? Do I treat everyone with the same level of kindness and respect, regardless of their status or what they can do for me? Am I consistent in my promises, even in small matters? By regularly reflecting on these questions, we become more intentional in our behavior. Integrity and kindness are not just values we should look for in others. They are qualities we must cultivate within ourselves. Choosing the right people to surround ourselves with is crucial to our well-being. When we apply these insights, we naturally begin to filter out relationships that are based on superficiality, manipulation, or dishonesty. Instead, we attract and nurture friendships that are built on mutual respect, trust, and sincerity. Some practical ways to refine our social circle include noticing patterns. If someone repeatedly breaks promises or treats others poorly, that's a strong indicator of their character. Setting boundaries. We can't control how others behave, but we can control our proximity to them. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy or act dishonestly. Investing in genuine relationships. When we identify people who are honest, kind, and consistent, we should make an effort to strengthen those bonds. Quality relationships bring more joy and fulfillment than a large network of shallow connections. To ensure these insights become a natural part of our daily interactions, consider integrating the following habits. 1. Pause before judgment. When meeting someone new, give yourself time to observe their behavior over multiple interactions. Avoid forming strong opinions too quickly based on first impressions. 2. Engage in active reflection. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on your interactions. Did you notice any behavioral patterns in people around you? Did your own actions align with your values? 3. Practice what you preach. If you value honesty and kindness, be intentional about demonstrating these qualities in your daily life. 4. Surround yourself with the right people. Gradually distance yourself from individuals who show consistent signs of dishonesty or self-serving behavior, and invest more time in relationships that are built on trust and sincerity. 5. Lead by example. Your behavior can inspire those around you. When you consistently act with integrity, others take notice and may be encouraged to do the same. If more people adopted these principles in their daily lives, we could collectively create a more honest and compassionate world. When individuals prioritize actions over words, deception and manipulation become less effective strategies. This shift would lead to a cultural environment where integrity and sincerity are more highly valued, encouraging positive behaviors in both personal and professional settings. Imagine workplaces where leaders are chosen based on their consistent behavior rather than empty promises. Picture communities where trust is the foundation of relationships and people support one another without ulterior motives. While we may not be able to change the entire world overnight, we can contribute by embodying these values in our own lives and influencing those around us. At the heart of these insights lies a simple but profound truth. People's actions reveal their true nature far more than their words ever could. By paying close attention to behavior, we can build stronger, more authentic relationships while also becoming better versions of ourselves. Next time you meet someone new, don't just listen to their words. Observe their behavior. Pay attention to the way they treat those who can't offer them anything in return. Notice whether they keep their promises, even in small matters. These seemingly minor details speak louder than grand gestures or charming words. If we all took a moment to reflect on these principles in our daily interactions, the world would be a much kinder, more honest place. Change starts with us, and even the smallest efforts in applying these lessons can have a ripple effect on those around us. Thank you for watching Golden Years Balance. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights on health, psychology, and personal growth. Let's continue to learn and grow together.